What's that now?
Okay, there were these rumors about Horizon Zero Dawn remake or remaster or whatever you wanna call it, and it shows in what insane place right now the AAA gaming industry is. It is crazy. They want to remaster or remake a game that looks like this. Game that looks like this. It looks better than almost any game that came out this year, and it's only 5 years old, and it looks amazing. It is on PC, so you can mod it. This game looks fantastic, this game plays well. Why are you remastering it? It is insane. And yes, you might say that that is just a rumor and it might not come to anything, but I think this rumor, even the fact that it has been flown around in the executive offices, shows the level of insanity what is going on now in AAA industry, the level of fear. It is crazy. Like remaking The Last of Us Part 1 was already weird and crazy because that game also, it looked okay, it looked good, it was playable, it played well. I mean, customizing weapons in a more fancy way is nice, I guess, but was it really necessary? I'm not sure. I guess they just wanted something new and shiny to go together with the TV series that is coming out, but whatever. Is that the only thing AAA industry can offer us? Like a bit higher resolution, like a game that takes up additional 20 gigabytes in the hard drive? Is that it all? Is there nothing more? And even that remake or remaster was a bit more sensible, just because game now is going to be on PC. So that's a thing, that is good. Remaking a game or adapting it so it can be ported to other platforms is always really good. That brings me to the point that AAA industry is now like Ouroboros. It's just eating itself up. Like it's swallowing itself whole, and this is a degenerative process, like remaking, remastering, rehashing the same games, live service games, everything is just going around in a circle. Look at this Skyrim and GTA, like 15 years, 3 console generations of the same game over and over again. It is insane. It is like, I would not want to say it's ruining gaming, because no, of course there are a million different game devs and studios, but it is so weird, it is so unhealthy, and it just feels bad. The industry is just killing off its own innovation. Like remakes and remasters are super fine when they do a job, like they make the game more accessible to other audiences, to other platforms. They maybe take the core idea of the game and make a completely new game, like a remake that is not shot for shot a remake of the game. Like Resident Evil 2 is probably the best example of it. The Capcom took the idea of the game and the general feel of the game, and they made something completely new, and it looked good, it played good, it was interesting, the story was, well, Resident Evil story, so you know. But in general, that was a good remaster because it was actually even hard to get that original game to play now. You had to like look for it, use emulators or whatever. It was hard, and bringing it to modern platforms was great. That was good. That was a good remake. But what are the new audiences for Zero Dawn? Like, who did not play it 5 years ago and is not playing it now because, oh man, this game looks so ugly, I really need a remaster of it, or a remake. What? Who is that? That game looks awesome! Man, shot for shot remakes sometimes can work, like I guess Demon Souls and Spyro Reignited Trilogy are the 2 good examples of that. Both of these games are basically, like in a movie sense, it would be shot for shot remake. And it is also good because those games were old, they were hard to access to a lot of players. Well, Demon Souls is kinda sort of bad because it's not coming to PC and other platforms, but that's another issue. Anyway, the idea of a remaster shows the level of fear that is in the AAA industry. The games are costing insane amounts of money, like unbelievable amounts of money, and they are of course raking in good amounts of money, especially in the last 2 pandemic years. But the AAA devs, well, not the devs, executives, studios, are so afraid of losing. They are afraid of even putting out a game that is a mild success. They need huge successes. They need numbers like Call of Duty games. They need numbers like Assassin's Creed games, like Far Cry games. They can't settle for anything lower. They need the biggest numbers they can get. And they are afraid of slipping. They are afraid of making even one tiny mistake that people would not like and would not buy the game. So they are just sitting on games as live service, and now I guess remakes and remasters of the same games over and over again. But that's a degenerative process because the amount of people who can afford these games is not increasingly as much. Like, I was just trying to come up with a game that has been from AAA interesting and innovative in the last year or couple of years, because the pandemic sort of messed everything up. But in general, like, where are the interesting games that came out, like, I don't know, in 2003, 2007, like Prince of Persia, Splinter Cells, Half-Life, like games that experimented, like even the first Dark Souls was something weird and new. Like, what has happened? Like this year, the AAA, I don't know, maybe like, I guess Elden Ring is kinda innovation in a sort of way, but actually it's just a big Souls game with a jump button. That's basically it. Even there, even from software, who take like huge painstaking amounts in making their games, they did not really innovate, and it's probably going to get even worse. Maybe, probably, who knows, I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, and maybe everything with AAA is cool. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for listening to my rant, and now I'm going to go and cry in Bloodborne. Bye.
Nope.